When you first got to the league, who was the first person to bust your ass?
Well, a lot of people bust my ass, but I take pride in playing, said 19 years, only being dunked on 3 times. So the first person to dunk on me was Derek Coleman. Yeah, yeah, drop step with the left hand.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people bust my ass. Ewan bust my ass. Robinson bust my ass. Akeem bust my ass. Like all the big guys bust my ass. And then a couple sorry guys bust my ass. Like I couldn't stop Big Country for some reason.
Bryant Reed.
I couldn't stop him at all. I don't know what it was. He used to eat my ass up every game. Every game. Him and Michael Doliak. You remember Doliak?
Doliak.
Yeah, Doliak. I remember the first time when we came back from LA to play at Orlando, Doliak hit me for like 25. So, but the first person to dunk on me was Derek Coleman. Second person, Tim Perry, got me baseline.
Wow.
And then
Philly.
Yeah, and then Michael Jordan. So Chicago had an old stadium, and you got to walk up the steps. And when you walk up the stairs, they play that old Bulls music.
Yes.
That fucking laser show come on, and there he is, God.
And there he is.
The same God that was on your poster in high school and college.
Yeah.
And he's there. He acknowledges you, but he gives you a look like, motherfucker, I'm about to kill you. Like, because I see him, I'm like, what's up, my motherfucker? Like, I'm like, oh shit, man. It's the first time I got, and then like you go for a shot and he's right there. And he comes down, he doesn't move, and I'm like, this motherfucker's perfect. But the moment that changed it was, he can't, like, even though I'm terrified, I'm never gonna show you I'm terrified. So he came off a screen one time and he shot. I didn't block it, but I was right there. I was like, aha, he's human. I think I figured that. So after that, I was okay. But the first time going to play against Jordan, I was freaking, my heart was going, and then I was like, you know what? He's Mike, but I have to play well. I didn't do bad, I didn't do great, but I think I held my own, but I was terrified out there.
Every NBA player has that one moment that hits them like a lightning bolt. That instant when they realize this isn't school ball anymore, this is the big league. The court feels louder, the lights feel hotter, and suddenly everything moves faster than anything they've ever seen. For some players, that wake-up call came from a seasoned veteran putting them through a tough lesson right on the hardwood. Others felt it when they finally stood face-to-face with the superstar they grew up watching, trying to act calm while their heart was racing like crazy. Sometimes it was a vicious dunk right in front of them. Sometimes it was a crossover that sent them sliding the wrong way. And sometimes it was the pure speed of the league smacking them all at once. A few players laugh about those moments now. Some say it humbled them big time, and others admit it sparked a drive inside them that pushed their whole career forward. But here's the real deal. The great ones felt it too. No matter how iconic they became, every single legend had that moment when the NBA gave them a quick reality check and said, "Welcome to the league." Today we're diving into 15 NBA legends and the exact moment they felt their true introduction to real NBA action. Not every player's welcome to the league moment comes from fear. Sometimes it hits them through pure skill and the crazy level of talent around them. For Stephen Curry, his big shock was realizing just how fast, sharp, and unforgiving real NBA basketball is. One wrong step, and the whole play leaves you behind in a flash.
Cole.
You was a $190, so.
Cole was the first one in preseason. It didn't really count because it's preseason.
Cole went at you in preseason?
It was at the Forum too, so it was at like the iconic arena.
Yeah.
Then the second dude was Brandon Jennings.
Brandon
Jennings had a double
DJ.
nickel against us.
Oh, that was
I remember that.
Alonzo Mourning got his introduction the tough way. He ended up on the wrong side of a nasty poster dunk, and that one moment told him the league was built different. It wasn't just athleticism, it was power, timing, and a whole lot of strength coming right at him.
That year, what do you think was your welcome to the NBA moment?
MJ.
Pippen gets it to Jordan. Michael challenges and slams.
Took a breath before he said it. Hey, we gonna start calling them initials. Initials.
Yeah.
MJ did
when he dunked on me.
Oh,
yeah, he dunked on me, screamed, he flexed and screamed. I was like, man,
I
because I had
remember that
blocked
one.
a bunch of shots. You know, he came on. It was like, I mean, the roar after he dunked on me, man. I was like, okay. Yeah.
At home or in Chicago?
Oh, it was at home. Oh, he got me good. No, I'm blaming Kendall Gill for that. Yeah, Kendall Gill was always talking talking shit to Mike. And I'm like, Mike, yo, he gonna blow past you. He coming at me. Yeah.
Morning's reality check came from battles down low in the paint, but for Dwayne Wade, it was all about speed on the perimeter. Early on, he faced a veteran guard who kept attacking him again and again, showing him that out here, hesitation gets you exposed fast.
BD. BD.
Boom. Dizzle.
BD used to tear me up, bro. He was so nice. His handle, he had a crazy handle. The Diddy Bob. He had a tray ball. Strong, athletic. And he was a dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know another dog when you sense one. When you see one, I rolled up to him and saw he a dog. Yeah. BD was the first one. And then, bro, it's crazy because I remember like my rookie year, we wound up making the playoffs like last minute. We was like going into the last game. We was like, we got to win this game to get 8th seed. But somebody else won, somebody else lost, and whatever. We ended up getting 4th seed. Yeah. So we in our locker room celebrating like, yeah, baby, we getting the extra money. 4th seed, we got home court. And like, who we play? Charlotte. I had to go into a dark place. Yeah. I'm like, I got to guard BD for, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. 7 games? I was sick,
went to a dark place.
I went into a dark place, though. I'm a rookie, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, this is my first playoff experience. I got to go against the person I hate guarding the most. So BD used to tear me down. And also, like, I didn't like guarding Ray Allen and those guys, like Ray and Rip, because I didn't know how to chase screens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know to get on the outside shoulder. Even though I knew, because Coach Green taught us. But you know,
stay disciplined.
Stay disciplined. They be tearing you up on them screens.
Then there was Paul Pierce, whose wake-up call was a completely different kind of shock. His first major defensive assignment was guarding one of the league's bright young stars, and he got lit up all night. It was a harsh intro to just how dangerous elite scorers can be.
For me, it was Grant Hill. Ooh. I was like, oh man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I swear, I tell Detroit Piston Grant Hill.
The teal jerseys.
Oh man, no, listen, dog. I swear on everything I love. The last 5 minutes of the game, he came down. He either scored, I fouled him, or he got an assist for somebody to score, and it was just like I felt like I lost the game. I think he had like 38, 15 assists, 12 rebounds, and I'm in the locker room like.
You felt defeated.
I felt defeated. I almost wanted to cry.
Wait, so had anybody ever hit you with a triple-double, though?
That was a triple-double.
That's what I'm saying.
That was the first person I felt. And you know the crazy thing about this, Grant Hill was the player who I idolized.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, I'm looking at Duke. I'm like, ooh, him, Steve Smith from Michigan State. I'm trying to pattern my game after them. And so I'm ready for this. I'm like, ooh, you know, when idols become rivals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to D up. And I'm like, oh, this shit. This ain't it right here. I need to get back in the lab, straight up.
What was it about? Was it the speed or his dribble?
It was just like I knew. You know how you look at the scouting report. You know he gonna come with the cross. Yeah. You know he ain't really had that 3-point range, so you could kind of back off of him. But he sometimes gonna get by you every time. He had that first step. And if you don't give him that body, he gonna take off on you. You know what I'm saying?
That was that version of G Hill when he
he was like LeBron before LeBron. Yeah. Like he had the whole package.
Even for raw talent like Tracy McGrady, the NBA had a message. His welcome to the league moment showed him that no matter how naturally gifted a player is, adjusting to the NBA takes real time and real work.
I think Allen Houston gave me the business. I mean, he really bust my ass, but Allen Houston, he was. You know, I couldn't figure him out at first.
That jumper.
Because he had a smooth-ass jumper and his pace was just, you know, at his own pace. So I'll say Allen Houston kind of gave me the business, but nothing too crazy, not no 40 or 50 piece, but it was a tough cover in the beginning.
And for Ray Allen, his introduction came wrapped in humility. As a rookie, he matched up against a seasoned scorer who was hitting shots from every corner of the court. No matter how tight Ray played him, the ball kept dropping like the hoop was pulling it in.
First person that got me was Glenn Rice.
Dirty Rice.
Man.
Dirty Rice.
That man put me on the block, and you know it was like fresh meat that he saw. I was supposed to be guarding Del Curry, and then you know there was a switch off, and you know I'm just trying to figure out the league and how this game is played, and I was a liability all season long because I'm playing against guys that in college, you stand next to a guy and you act like you got a hand up. He's not going to shoot it.
Right, yeah.
You know, you get to the league and you try that. You don't. Del Curry had the ball up like that, and I was just in front of him. He looked at me. He's, "Oh, you ain't gonna put your hand up?" And he shot it. He didn't even bend his leg. Nothing. He just
load up, just right from there, huh?
Right from there, and I was like, and then I looked at the coach, and he looked at me like I did something wrong. I was like, I obviously guarding the man.
And Glenn Rice had that high arc. He used to have that ball up high, so it was hard to block his shot or even adjust his shot.
And he was strong as hell too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I couldn't get in front of him. I couldn't deny the ball, and he was gonna get it. He's 6'8". He's gonna get the ball where he wanted it. You know, when I got to the league, you know the saying, I still say it now, good defense, better offense. And you don't realize that until you play in the NBA, because you can play perfect defense in the NBA, and the guy is still going to score on you no matter what.
Ray Allen's moment came from getting burned by a pure shooter, but Patrick Ewing's wake-up call had a wild twist. He threw down a dunk on a Hall of Famer and felt on top of the world, and then spent the rest of the game getting completely shut down. That's when it hit him for real. Nothing in the NBA comes easy, not even for future legends.
Our first regular season game, we played against the Sixers. You know, I've looked up to Doc, I've looked up to Moses, you know, my whole life, you know, in basketball, and playing against these icons. And I remember the first shot, someone took a shot, it came off the board, and I went over Moses' back and then boom, dunked it. Yeah. The rest of the game, Moses just wore my butt out. He just kicked my ass. I couldn't do anything right. He was just all over me. But yeah, Moses was the first. And he wasn't the last, but he was the first.
For Kevin Durant, his reality check was all about physical strength, and the setting made the whole thing even tougher. Up in Denver's high altitude, he went head-to-head with a scorer who pushed him around the entire night, using power and experience to control every possession. By the time KD got back on the team plane, he knew he had stepped into a whole different universe of basketball.
Man, my first game was against Melo, you know, in AI, but I had to guard Melo, and he was, I was 18, 19, he was probably, 24?
It's Denver.
23? Yeah.
Okay.
And and I never played that Denver altitude I didn't really know too much about. And Melo just physical, he'll duck you in the paint, hit you with the shoulder, and then he'll take you out, jab, pull over top of you, so you want to be physical, but you don't. Like, he just had you thinking too much on D, and we had a back-to-back that night. I got on the plane confused.
Charles Barkley's introduction to the league wasn't about skill or speed. It was a straight-up toughness check. One of the NBA's known enforcers stepped right at him and tested him the moment he touched the court. That hit made Barkley realize fast that strength and heart mattered just as much as talent out here.
I missed my rookie year. And they had, you saw Maurice Lucas and Darryl Dawkins going at it. So Maurice Lucas knocks the hell out of me during the game. And I'm a rookie, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get killed.
Maurice is like the toughest guy in the NBA, and Maurice cold cocks me in the ribs. I'm on the ground, I can't breathe. And he did it and kind of ran away in the heat of the moment. And I was like, wow. And I'm admit I'm intimidated.
It hit me, it hurt, and I said, so time out. I said, Moses, Maurice Lucas just hit me really, really hard. What should I do? He says, hit him back, big fella. Hit him back, hard as you can. I said, what if he kills me? Trust me, big fella, just hit him hard as you can.
I shook him up good too. I ran down to the other end, and he comes back down. He says, gives me a pat on the ass. Just want to see what you were made of, young fella.
Just want to see what you were made of, big fella. Wait, welcome to the NBA. And I was like, cool. But a lot of guys will try to intimidate you. They don't really want to fight. They just want to see where you intimidated.
Steve Nash's welcome to the NBA moment was a whole different grind. As a young guard, he got thrown into a matchup with a seasoned scorer who came at him on every single possession. No matter what Nash tried, contesting, sliding, fighting over screens, the shots just kept dropping like the rim refused to help him out. It was a harsh class in NBA elite guard play.
Like, you go around the league, you're gonna get it sometimes, right?
Of course.
But I remember one time we played Sacramento and Mitch Richmond was heating up.
Oh, Lord.
And I remember Danny was like, Rook, go in there, just get up in him. Like, I mean, I'm not obviously I'm not known for my defense, but when I was a young player, I guard a little more because I wasn't like burdened with offensive stuff. So they're like, you get in there and just make it difficult on him. He's gonna post you up, we'll double, but on the perimeter, get in him. So like it was, you know, like he legit was like, I think you could throw him off his rhythm. Which most people listen to this now would be like, what? But but like that at the time, you know, that was how I got minutes in a sense. And so threw me out there. He just kind of got hot and he cooked me. And I just remember feeling so helpless. Like I couldn't do. Like I couldn't help because he was just brushing me off and like
shoot right over you.
Like but like no rim. You know what I mean? It was
straight
bottoms. Every time I was like, oh my God, this is embarrassing.
Dominique Wilkins' first real shot cut even deeper on a personal level. He finally stepped on the court against his childhood idol, a moment he had dreamed of since he was a kid, and then he got torched for 30 points. It was humbling, it was wild, and it opened his eyes to a new truth. The NBA wasn't some dream he was chasing anymore. It was the real thing, and the competition was as serious as it gets.
Dr. J.
Dr. J.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. So when I first played against Doc, man, I said, man, I grew up wanting to be like you. I'm in awe, cause that's the doctor, you know. Yeah. And he had like 30-something against me, man. I wasn't upset. That's the doc.
The doc. That's the doc.
You know,
I'm gonna get 30 on me.
What he was doing?
But you know, I had a good game against him. But I was proud to be on the floor with the doc. But
playing
you know,
against
after
the
I got
doc.
over the I was like, okay, now, okay.
After that, every time you seen it, it was on.
It was on. You know. And we had great games against one another, but I have a lot of respect for Doc.
Kevin Garnett's welcome to the league moment came at him full force, and it hit hard. Coming straight out of high school, he walked into the NBA with raw talent, only to get matched up against a relentless scorer who attacked him nonstop. Every possession felt like a new test. And by the end of that night, he understood just how brutal and unforgiving this league could be.
First person to welcome me to the league, as I call it, to bust my ass was Big Dog. A lot of people didn't know that Big Dog played 4 and 5 in high school, but had really 2 and 3 skills. Like he should have been a 3, but he slashed. I didn't have any problems with no lid or none of that conversation when it came to trash talk and all that. So I was used to whatever. I had just seen him in INT that summer, so I watched him. You know, we get to the league and
Chicago Pro-Am.
My bad. Chicago Pro-Am called INT. It's like the it of the it. If you got some game, you bring your ass in there and you either gonna get booed or they gonna cheer for you. And ain't no middle ground. And there's straight killers in there.
At all.
Everybody with their guys, everybody in here. It's GDs, Souls, B's, Lords, it's everything in here. So there ain't no running from nothing. You understand?
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta go down there. If you in the city and you live down here, you in the city, you gotta come down here. So I had just seen him, you know. We get into you know, preseason. We got to meet in one of these little towns like, I think it was either Iowa or something in like Billings, Montana or something. You know,
don't got a
Midwest.
team to give him some plugs.
And he was like, "Yeah, welcome, young fella." Man, he was just talking that shit. And you know, I had never chased a nigga off the screen. Yeah, young fella, like this every time I see you. And I said, I'm with it. I'm cool. All right, cool. You got this one. Shout to Big Dog, man, because you know, without that, man, he pushed me to be better. Real talk.
Chris Webber's introduction was another tough lesson written by a true legend. He went head-to-head with one of the most dominant big men the NBA had ever seen, and the veteran put him through a masterclass in power, timing, and experience. Webber walked off that court knowing he had stepped into a world where even the strongest rookies had to earn their respect.
I mean, the first game I played against Hakeem Olajuwon. And he was the I think he was the reigning MVP or just a bit something, I don't know. But he had 33 in the game. It's funny because I watched the game the other day. And he had 33, and I was just looking how cold he was, man. You know, he the first big man with a crossover. Jamal Mashburn took that, but Jamal Mashburn was 6'8". You know what I mean? Hakeem got you at the top, and he would do this, you wouldn't know what to do. So I remember after the game though being like, that jump hook, I'm taking that. I'm taking it. I'm taking it forever. But yeah, he bust my ass. I couldn't do nothing.
And Kobe Bryant's welcome didn't even happen under the bright lights. It happened in practice, and it hit him deep. As a teenager stepping into a grown man league, he found himself matched up with a veteran guard who gave him everything he had. Kobe took that tough session straight to the heart, and that moment lit a fire inside him that shaped the fierce competitor the whole world would later recognize.
First person that got me, Nick Van Exel. in practice. Yeah, Nick the Quick was getting me in practice. And, you know, he kept saying, you reach, I teach, you reach, I teach. And he was hitting me with that little bop stuff and drove me crazy.
Yeah.
My first time getting out there and playing, Nick went at me pretty hard.
He was aggressive.
Yeah,
Like, I got a chance to play with him in Portland, and just his IQ and skill level to score was like next level.
He was cracking. He had those big hands and he could shoot.
He could pound the ball.
You know, it took me about a good week to figure out he couldn't go right, and then I had to.
And before you dip, make sure you hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on the alerts so you never miss a new video. Big stories, big debates, all of it straight to you.